Hey sneak peekers, I'm Melody and we're here at the Paramount Theater for Austin Film Festival on the carpet of Operation Taco Gary's. Let's see what the film's all about. Sounds good. Nice to meet you. I'm Melody. We're with Sneak Peek at the University of Texas. It's so great to speak with you.
University of Texas.
Yeah, and congratulations on the film. So, what was your first reaction when you read the script for this movie, and why did you decide to join?
I was laughing out loud, and a lot of people have this idea that we get to pick and choose all of our roles as actors, but I had to audition for this. They had to pick me. But yeah, I had a chemistry read with Simon, who I'm sure you talked to already, and that went very well. But it was a gift to be able to be on a project like this where the script was so strong, and what was written on the page was just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I want to be a part of this. What can I do to convince you guys that I'm the right guy for this? And luckily, all the bribes worked.
So my friend Matt Vaughn is the producer, and he said, "Hey, I got a movie." And I said, "Okay." And then I read the script and I go, "Okay." It's so funny. I laughed out loud on every page. I said, "I have to do this movie." And I came on board as a producer and helped cast it, and I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, and I mean, you play like a manic conspiracy theorist in it. Can you tell me a little bit about what you did to prepare for this film?
So I have a friend who's really this guy, and I just did an impression of him. I remember Sean Penn said for Spicoli, the character he did in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, he just did an impression of a surfer dude that he knew. Hey man, hey dude. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do an impression of my friend.
I mean, the premise is really interesting, a conspiracy theory and a road trip. Tell me how that came about.
I love conspiracy theories, right? Because conspiracy theories are just trying to make sense out of nonsense. It's just trying to connect dots, and it takes a lot of creativity. So I started creating my own conspiracy theories on Reddit as a pseudonym. I won't give away my identity, but I actually got some traction on a few of these. So I was like, I'm going to take one of them, and I'm going to write a movie around it.
Seems to be a thing going on right now. Is a lot of people have these conspiracy theories, and they're married to them. I always say you have to leave a little. I always say to conspiracy theorists, is it possible that you're wrong? And if they say no, they're like, oh, there's nothing to talk about. So you got to be open to being wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you have like a sibling relationship with Dustin, your co-star in this movie. Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like kind of finding that relationship with Dustin?
Yeah, so I had him come out and stay with me in Joshua Tree, where I live, a couple months before, so he could stay at my house and we could spend time together to get a rapport going. So it looked like we knew each other. In the movie, we're estranged for many years, but we're brothers, so we had to sell that. So we just spent time together.
It's not something that you can really force, and I think the idea of like even building chemistry in general, that's only something that you can kind of do, I think in a very natural way, the same way you would build chemistry with just like any relationship, a friend or whatever, and it only occurs once there's already that initial spark to begin with. So you can't force it, and if you try, it makes it much worse.
And is this your first feature-length film?
This is my first feature, yeah.
So
I actually put a director pin on me to remind myself that I directed this, because I literally think of myself as a writer first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what challenges did you face? Like, I mean, you say you consider yourself a writer, and now you're in the director's seat.
Well, we ran out of money, I think, 9 different times. Literally, we had our 2 leads, not besides Dustin and Simon, we had 2 other leads that dropped out 2 days before shooting. And luckily, one of them was the Arturo Castro character who came in as a friend, and he absolutely crushed it. But like, there was everything. If it rained one day on set, we would have lost the shoot. We didn't have money to film an extra day. We didn't have money for insurance. We didn't have anything. So it was so stressful. I think I funded the disposable vape companies for about 3 weeks. There was nothing that wasn't stressful about this project, but we're here now, and I think once it's over, once the screening like finishes, I will actually start believe it actually happened.
Yeah, and as a final question, I mean, it sounds like it was a really arduous process to get here. Do you have any advice for film students pursuing comedy?
Comedy? Yeah, do comedy with a capital C. Stop worrying about doing this like, I need to have a romance in this, I need to have some drama, and I need a relationship. Just write a cohesive story, and just make it as funny as possible. I am so sick of comedies trying to do too much or trying to be too dramatic. Let's just go back to comedy being a single genre. And so that's what I was trying to do with this movie. And that's why no one else wanted to make it.
My last question is, I mean, I know you've had like a really long career, and I really love Red Rocket.
Oh, thanks.
Do you have any advice for students pursuing acting or film?
Yeah, just go make your own stuff. Go shoot your own content. It helped me out a lot. Was just posting on Instagram. That's how I got Red Rocket. Sean Baker was looking at Instagram and he's like, Simon would be great for this. So make your own content. Don't wait for the industry to call you. Do your own stuff. And take any chance you could get. Philip Seymour Hoffman always said this. Every audition, every self-tape, everything you do is an experience learned. So don't act like you're above it when you're in a spot. And get a regular job. Don't count on the show business to pay your bills. You should get a regular job too.
Yeah, very grounded advice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out more of our Austin Film Festival coverage, you can check out any of the videos over here, or you can check us out at Sneak Peek TV. Yeah, and as a final question, could you hook 'em horns for us? It's just this at the camera.